She caught me off guard. All right. Welcome to Ballin with Rich, episode 241. It's a good number for y'all to play, y'all number players out there. 241. Thank God for another Sunday. I'm so glad to be back in the building. And happy Women's Month, y'all. International. Actually, today is the International Women's Day. Is today, but for the whole month of March, Women's History Month. Yes, sir. All right, definitely. All women definitely deserve a celebration month. Not matter of fact, we already know not just the month, y'all. We celebrate women 365, y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And today I have a great show to start off Women's History Month. We want to talk and focus on women's health and different things about women. And let's get this thing started right now. Miss Engineer, where should I go online or?
It's totally up to you.
Okay. Since it's women's, I was going to let you make that call. All right. Well, let's start. We're going to start online. My first guest, she's a CT, isn't she? Was she CT?
Huh?
Was she a technician?
No.
Oh, she wasn't?
No.
Okay. I just wanted to, okay.
Yes, no, she knows. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll ask her. I'll ask her where she had represented before. Okay. I just thought, automatically I just thought she,
No,
but no, this young lady here, she's a certified personal trainer, group fitness instructor, doing great things, representing women well, and representing just herself and just her family and everybody. If you don't know her out there, let me introduce you guys to Miss Sabrina Bree Black. Yes, sir. How you doing, Miss Sabrina?
I am amazing. How are you?
I'm doing fine. So glad to have you on this Sunday.
Did she hear you?
Oh, okay. I'm so glad to have you on this Sunday, Miss Sabrina.
Oh, thank you. It is my pleasure.
Okay. All right. And like I said, this is definitely Women's History Month, and just want to honor women in their chosen fields and just representing women. Women deserve to be represented every day. We all know that.
Yes, we do.
Yes, she said yes, we do. Well, one thing I would love for you to tell the audience out there, introduce yourself and let people know about the personal, you being a certified trainer and the business that you attend to.
Okay, so like you said, my name is Sabrina Black, Coach Bree, and I started group fitness probably in my 30s, but not as an instructor. I
Okay.
realized that I developed passion by working out with other people. So when I would do the group classes, I simply loved it. And I started teaching at a gym, I think in 2017. And I loved it. And then when COVID hit, I just went online because I wanted people to have a way of working out, even though we were quarantined. And that was pretty much my journey about how I started teaching group fitness online.
Okay. All right. And like I said earlier, I apologize. I automatically thought you were a cast technician. I just automatically just knew it.
She knows Tanja.
Where did you go? Where did you go?
Where did I go? What do you
Where did you attend high school?
Oh, in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh, you Little Rock. Okay. All right. Yes, sir. Okay. Hey, give my girl a clap for that, please. I have relatives in Little Rock. Yes, sir. All right.
Yes, Bill Clinton country.
Yes. That's one of my favorite presidents of all time. I always love telling people, I'm telling you, when he was in office, you could quit a job today and be working tomorrow. Literally. Seriously. That's the way it was under his economy. Seriously. But okay, so one other thing I would love to know, when did that time come when you were like, you know what, this fitness, just fitness as a whole, when did you say, this is something I would love to take seriously? or there's something within yourself where you was like, you know what, I need to just take care of this, do this more, and it just went from there?
I would say COVID was the start of it.
Okay.
Is when I decided to take it on my own. But then it took it to a new level when, let me see, I would say 2022, when I realized I was in menopause.
Okay.
So I am 56.
Okay.
I can say now that I'm in menopause because in my mind I was always forever 21.
Okay.
And I wanted to share my journey of perimenopause and menopause with women in case you were going through the same thing and you won't think you're crazy. So you just wake up one day and your body's in disarray and you don't know what's going on. You can talk to your doctor, but if you don't have a certain number of symptoms in a row, they may not think, oh, this may be hormonal. So you're not going on, you're not really knowing what's going on with your body, but you know you're not yourself. So I started doing videos and going live on my page and everything, sharing with what I was going through and how I was faring it in case other women were going through it. And so that's how I began to specialize with women in their 40s and 50s. That's
Okay.
how that piece became my passion.
Okay. I'm gonna so much. I definitely want to ask you about that, especially that word menopause you use. I'm gonna come back to. I'm gonna come back to you on that. I definitely want to ask you about that because that's one word we all hear a lot, and some people
Yes.
they hear it but they don't understand. Some people understand, they know what it's about, but some people they just don't. And I'm gonna definitely have you break that down for us. I'm gonna get back with you in a minute. Let me introduce my guest. My guest right here next to me in the studio. I think she went to CT. Yeah, okay, I got it. I knew I had one in the building.
Yes.
Cast technician. So honored to have this young lady in the building with me today. Miss, y'all know her out there. If you don't know her out there, she's going to definitely share her story about women's health. Miss Londa is in the building. Yes, sir. I need to say her whole name is Londa Nikki.
Yes, Yolanda Nicole Whitmore.
Whitmore, yes. Okay. I'm about to say Nikki. Okay.
Gas Tech class of 92.
Okay. We'll let that one slide today. Okay. How you doing today, miss?
I am doing wonderful. How about yourself?
I'm doing fine. So glad to have you in the building. And like I said, happy Women's History Month. And like I said, so well deserving for you women as a whole. Most definitely. You guys need 12 months. All right. So let the people out there just know a little bit about yourself and a little background in your own way.
Okay, well, I like long walks on the beach.
Hey, okay. Hey.
So, graduate of Cass Tech, graduate of Michigan State University. Go Green, I have to say.
Now that one right there, that's me and you. Yes, Miss Londa. Yes.
I work at Wayne State University.
Okay.
And I've been there for 20 plus years. So, I am here today to talk about preeclampsia. Okay. Which is a pregnancy complication, and it impacts 5 to 8% of pregnant women. And unfortunately, I was part of that percentage.
Okay.
Do you want me to keep going?
You can go right ahead.
Okay.
Go right
I do
ahead.
want to say to the other person, Sabrina, that's from Little Rock. Hey.
Okay.
My family is from Arkansas, so.
Oh, okay. And while we're talking, you, Miss Sabrina, you don't have to wait for me. If you guys have questions for each other or any statements, you go right ahead. Go right ahead. All right. So, real quick, Miss Londa, I just wanted to ask you too. As a whole, how important do you just think women with their health? How important is it to just get a checkup or just know what's going on with your bodies, especially as women?
I think that that's very important. I think that as women, we also need to advocate for ourselves. A lot of times the doctors do not listen to what our concerns may be.
Okay.
I consider myself blessed because my doctor did listen to me. And her listening to me, I believed, helped my pregnancy journey. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to turn out.
Okay.
But it did help my pregnancy journey to the point where I felt like my doctor heard me and cared about me. I was diagnosed with preeclampsia at 18 weeks.
18 weeks.
Which is unusual because it's usually 20 weeks.
Okay.
But I gave birth at 20 weeks and my daughter was stillborn, which was very traumatizing. And so I'm happy that Sabrina is here.
Okay.
Because one of the things that after you go through a traumatic experience like that, giving birth to, I don't want to sound harsh, but it's my reality, a dead baby. It takes you through a lot of stuff. Credit card debt. I wanted to kill myself. I am not a drinker. So I was having 2 to 3 drinks, and to me, I was becoming a drunk. So,
Okay. All right.
and so with Sabrina being here and she's talking about like fitness, I found on my journey as I started to come from what I call the dark side
Okay.
of learning how to live with infant loss and learning to know that I didn't do anything wrong to cause the pregnancy complication or cause the loss. I stuck with my faith with God, which was hard. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard.
I can no, you know what? People, people, even the strongest people that have their faith in God, sometimes when a certain thing hits you where you just feel like it's out of control, you will go that way. That I think that's normal. I really do.
Yeah.
Even for the strongest of us that are believers, for real.
Yeah.
Had our days. We like, God, why?
And that was my question. Like, why am I getting preeclampsia? Like, I had severe preeclampsia and the HELP syndrome. And they're both like, preeclampsia is persistent high blood pressure. And it negatively impacts your kidney and your liver. So I'm kind of stuck with, well, they say I'm stuck with high blood pressure. But I believe if I get a little more consistent, and maybe Coach Sabrina can tell me how I can be a little more consistent with exercising, maybe I can get off these blood pressure and diabetic pills.
Okay. Yes, sir. All right. I have Miss Londa in the building. I have Miss Sabrina Black. Yes, sir. Miss Sabrina, well, so much. We gonna definitely get to it. Let me start with this first. There's so much, like I said, Miss Sabrina. Well, first of all, I definitely love. I love. I went over your whole site and everything. Oh my God! I mean, it made me just want to pick up a barbell. Seriously. I tell you. Now, well, let me start with this, Miss Sabrina, because you mentioned that word, and I definitely want you to educate us, especially those that don't. They hear the word, but they don't really, can't really break it down.
The word menopause?
Yes, menopause. Can you please menopause and perimenopause? Is it peri?
Yes, perimenopause.
Perimenopause and menopause. Could you let people know the difference? Well, definitely in your own way. Let them know what each mean and the difference between. In your own way, you just go right ahead.
Okay, and before I do that, is it Yolanda or Yolanda?
Yes.
How do you pronounce it?
Yolanda.
Yolanda. I want to say that was an amazing story that you shared. And I don't know if you read the book Women, Food, and God. Excellent book. And it addresses some of the things that you brought up about food and what you were doing with food. It's Women, Food, and God. Excellent book.
I have to get that.
But before I get into peri and menopause, premenopause is from birth to like 35, 45.
Okay.
And then perimenopause is from around 35, 40 to menopause. Menopause is 1 day on the calendar, which is usually 12 months from your last cycle. And then everything after that is postmenopause.
Okay.
But the issue is when we're born, we have about 1 million eggs when we're born. By the time we hit 30, we're down to 10% of those eggs. By the time we're 40, we're down to 3% of those eggs. So our estrogen begins to decline. This is where disruption happens because a woman's body, estrogen is like the lifeline of a woman's body. We have estrogen receptors all over the body. So when that estrogen starts to decline, it's like the body is throwing off alarms, error, 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 and it's communicating to us something is wrong. And hold on for this part.
Okay.
When that happens, your body, these are some potential side effects. Well, first of all, let me say I am not a doctor. I am not a
Okay.
health practitioner. I am just providing information. Do
They,
your own research and talk to your
okay.
doctor.
That's all. Okay.
But this is a list of potential side effects that a woman can go through. Every woman is different, but it's brain fog, poor sleep, low energy, hot flashes, night sweats, loss of muscle, weight gain, increased belly fat, dry skin, dry mouth, vaginal dryness, unusual body odor, anxiety, frozen shoulder, heart palpitations, hair loss or unwanted hair, joint pain, decreased sex drive, pain during sex, high cholesterol, high blood pressure, bladder problems, dental issues, worsening prolapse. And I had to look this up. Worsening prolapse is when a woman's uterus drops and sometimes it might protrude outside of the vagina. Can you imagine waking up to that one day? Autoimmune disease, depression, weak or brittle bones, sore muscles, irritability, ringing in the ear or itchy ear, nausea and dizziness, migraines. And this is just a small list of them. This is not even all of them. This things that a woman can go through when she's in perimenopause with the body trying to adjust to not having as much estrogen. And I didn't have all of these, thankfully, but I did have plenty of them. Mine started with sleep. I didn't know what was going on. I was the type of person that as soon as my head hit the pillow, I was out for the count. All of a sudden, I
Wow.
couldn't sleep. It went on for about 2 years. And when I did fall asleep, I would wake back up. Then after that, it was fatigue. Like it got so bad that I had to rest up to get out of the car to go inside the store. At that point, I went to the
Wow.
doctor. They ran all these tests. They couldn't find anything wrong with me. That lasted about 3 months. Then I had shoulder and hip pain. I was going to the chiropractor, getting massages, getting an ergonomic assessment because I worked from home. I thought maybe my posture was incorrect. So I got past that. Then I started having dental issues and hot flashes and night sweat, waking up in a puddle of sweat. And all of that didn't happen at the same time. But the year that I found out I was in menopause, all this happened in 1 year. Dry
Okay.
skin, dry mouth, vaginal dryness, decreased sex drive. What else was it? Intense shoulder pain and weight gain. So the shoulder pain was so bad I couldn't sleep on on my shoulders. Like to walk, everything hurt, and I didn't do anything. I didn't know what was going on. And the weight gain. This was crazy. In 2021, when COVID hit, sometime not the beginning, but like maybe the latter part of 2021, I took a break from working out. And at that time I was a size 4. I started the workouts back up sometime in 2023. So from 2021 to 2023, I got up to a size 10. So from a 4 to a 10. Weight
Oh
gain
wow.
from
Wow.
perimenopause.
Perry.
Yes.
Oh man.
Yes.
Whew.
And some of it was in the belly because I had a flat tummy before that hit, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not flat anymore. But this is my new normal. So you go through so much during this time, and if you don't know what's going on, you don't have a support system, and your doctor's not helping
Mm-hmm.
you navigate through it. It could be a very depressing time.
Very. Yes. That.
Luckily, I found things to help me through it. I talked to a holistic doctor, a nutritionist. This was all before I found out I was in menopause.
Okay.
How I found out I was in menopause, I happened to be watching television and I saw a commercial where this lady was exhibiting shoulder pain. And she said, I talked to my doctor and they told me I was in menopause and blah, blah, blah. I was like, menopause? I'm forever 21. I know I'm not in menopause. Menopause is for old people. So I went to my doctor and they ran the hormone test. And sure enough, I was in menopause. And they asked me if I wanted the hormone replacement. I'm like, well, I've suffered through all the side effects now and got through it. I don't need it. But I am now considering maybe hormone replacement because
Okay.
the side effect that I'm experiencing now is anxiety while driving.
Okay. By drive.
And that's making me consider it.
Okay. All right. Whew. I'm telling you, man. Like I well, Like I just said in the beginning, you know, I've always respect a woman, but I tell you, man, women, the things that they go through in their body, through their bodies, and just overall, you guys to give it up to them. I'm telling you,
You blessed.
Just that word alone, menopause. You would think that should belong to the men, menopause. But
and a lot of times people think menopause is just night sweats and hot flashes. It is so much more, so much more. In fact, this is another good book. It's called The New Menopause, and it's by Mary Claire Haver. It's like an encyclopedia. You can look up your symptom, and she'll explain why it's going on, some potential things that you can do to get past it. It's a really good book.
Okay, I'm definitely have to get a read for that. All right. I got Miss Sabrina Black in the building. I have Miss Londa Whitmore, the wifey engineer. Yes, sir. All right. We have a couple of people. I definitely got to make sure I keep in contact with my people who's watching. They're watching. Miss LaShonda Rice. She said hello all.
Hey, Shonda.
Hey.
Yes. Nakia Robinson. She said hello everyone.
Hey.
LaShonda, she said CT fired up.
Yes.
Just for the day, LaShonda. Okay. She's Miss Nakia. She said go, Londa. Yes. She also said know your body. Yes, we need to know our body. Miss Sabrina. Yes, sir. Shout out Miss Robbie Bowie. She said hello everyone. Happy Sunday. Henry Ford Trojan, y'all, is in the building too. So. Shout out Miss Regina Mitchell. She said hello.
Regina.
She said hello everyone. CT fired up 92.
Right.
Oh, here we go.
The house.
I'm just gonna have to bow down today. I tell you. Shout out to my brother Ray Hampton. My brother, he said I learned a lot in those last 30 seconds.
Yes.
LaShonda, she said it's hard being a woman. It's a job.
Yes.
Tiffany Nicole, shout out to Miss Tiffany Nicole. She said, so all gentlemen need to understand during this time, a woman needs a sensitive partner. It's rough getting 3 or 4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
She from Hot Springs, Arkansas.
Okay. All right, and we have Miss Tiffany Nicole. She said these are all facts. I've gained 70 pounds since starting perimenopause. Perimenopause, excuse me. And she also said those hormone replacements will make you feel 20 again.
Wow.
Shout out to Miss Gloria Hawk. She's watching. Yes, sir. Ray Hampton. He said Rich is my hero. I know, man. Thanks, bro. He said, what up, do everybody? Gail Wydrick, she said, hello, everyone. Yes, sir. And we have some other people watching I can't see. I'll definitely get to them later. But right now, like I said, happy Women's History Month. Celebration of women history. We just talk about women's health. And matter of fact, if you have a question or a comment, if you want to call, shout out, please call in, please. 810-560-0658. And I'm pretty sure Miss Sabrina and Londa, they definitely could would definitely take your questions if you have any, or comments or shout outs, and we could go from there. Now, Miss Londa, one thing I definitely want to ask you, I know you was saying about the tragic experience that you had. So after those things, when you did a little research, do you now have like a certain thing as far as like regular like exercise that you like to do, even though, like you said, even though during that time you were everything was good, but like afterwards, is there like certain things that you said I definitely want to just get to this just to?
Well, yes. So one thing that I did talk to like a financial advisor, and the financial advisor actually helped me to realize that I needed to focus more on my health. Mm-hmm. And with focusing on my health, a lot of times we think about only the physical. We forget about the mental. And when you're talking about menopause, oh my God, it's mental as well. Just like a tragic pregnancy. So one thing that I did do was I did what some black people say. Mm-hmm. We don't need no therapist. I got a therapist. Mm-hmm. But what I learned is when you get a therapist, you should do your research. So I had a therapist, and this therapist, I won't say their name, but he took me like over the edge because he told me, you've been there for everyone else's child, but you couldn't be there for your own. And so, yes, when he told me that, it hurt me, of course, and that's when I really entered depression. But later, after talking to this financial advisor, she's like, I don't know if I can help you. And I told her, you've helped me a lot. I'm going to work on the debt later. But I got me a therapist named Amanda. She's wonderful. And she really helped me to deal with reality. A lot of times what we do as women, we just keep going. We don't stop to deal with ourselves. We take care of everybody else. And so finally, I had to sit down and say, Yolanda Nicole Whitmore, it's time for you to focus on yourself. So some of the things that I did other than therapy sessions was dancing, because I like to dance. I can't dance, but I like to dance. I like to sing. I can't sing. But I also
you hit a nice note before we started.
Don't tell me, because y'all know I start singing. I started doing journaling more.
Okay.
And started playing with my inner child. So, like, you know how we used to spin around when we were kids so you get dizzy? All of that. And then I had to learn how to sit in silence. After I lost my daughter, I could not sit in silence. Silence reminded me of, you know, giving birth and hearing the doctor say,
Gotcha.
The baby has been breached. And the room was just silent. So I had to learn how to get more accustomed to silence by sitting there. And I like to jump rope and hula hoop. I can't hula hoop, but
shout out to Miss Leslie Giles, another Henry Ford Trojan. You need to talk with her. That young lady, she can hula hoop, man. Yes.
So yeah, when we're talking about menopause, oh my gosh, I didn't know the difference between the menopause, or what the heck I was in until I went to my doctor the other day and she told me, well, it's been a year, so now you're whatever I am, I guess full menopause. I don't know. Maybe Sabrina can tell me what I'm in.
Miss Sabrina,
did you have any of those symptoms that I mentioned?
Oh, I wanted to tell you.
Yes. She was shaking when you were Miss Sabrina. When you were reading about Miss Londa, I was just sitting watching. She was shaking her head like, yes,
yes, the hot flashes. I remember taking my niece to the grocery store, and we're driving, and I pulled in Speedway, and she said, "Why are we pulling in here?" I said, "Oh, I'm a little thirsty." The truth was, I forgot where I was going.
Oh, wow.
So yes, and when I did research on menopause, they say that it's like over 100 symptoms. So I mean,
a lot.
It is. I mean, even when I had preeclampsia, some of the symptoms that you have with preeclampsia are the same symptoms that you have while you're pregnant. So how can you tell the difference? What's going on? I mean, even with menopause, how can I know? I get headaches anyway. The funny thing is now my migraines are gone since I started going through whatever I'm going through.
That's what oh, wow.
So that's a good thing.
What I tell women is to notice what's going on with your body, write it down, write down the date, and then when you talk to your doctor, you can tell them the whole picture.
Yes.
And then since you know that it could potentially be menopause, you can bring up hormones. Like, could this be hormones? Can we do the test to see where my hormone levels are? So that's what I tell women that they might want to do. That journaling is very important.
And Miss Sabrina, I definitely wanted to ask you, why? One thing I saw that you definitely focus on is the strength training, which is very important.
Yes.
Could you please tell why is it that strength training is so important, especially for women like over 40 or 50 or just up in age? Our mature age.
So before I explain why it's so important, I'm gonna give you two quick stories. One,
Okay.
my aunt was in her 70s and she decided she wanted to take a bath. Well, she did not have enough upper body strength to get out of the tub on her own. So my mom and I had to struggle to pull her out of the tub. The other one, I was in McDonald's, and I went to the restroom, and there was a lady's purse on the counter, and I was like, I heard someone in the stalls like, "Excuse me, is this your purse?" She said, "Yes." She was stuck in the bathroom. She had sat down to pull her pantyhose off, and she didn't have enough upper body strength to
Body.
get up off the toilet, and it didn't have
The
those
bars,
railings, the
the
bars that
rails.
they have in
Yes.
there sometimes. So I was able to help her with that. But it was like those are just two examples of why strength training for women 40 and up especially is very important. When you are in perimenopause, your body automatically starts to lose muscle with the loss of estrogen. So you have to be intentional to build that muscle. So because you're fighting against muscle loss as it is. And when that muscle loss occurs, it turns to fat. So those are two very important reasons why strength training is important during this time. And women, they look in the mirror, they see that fat, and they immediately go into cardio, 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 hour two of cardio. There's no real need to punish your body because your body is communicating to you something is wrong. It really needs that strength training, cardio as well, but the strength training is even more important to help sustain the metabolism and muscle burns fat quicker than cardio. So those are some of the main reasons why strength training is so important. As we get even older, we need that strength training. We need that upper body strength to continue with life. And because we're not necessarily trying to go back to the body we had in our 20s. We're preparing for the next 30, 40, 50 years. I see you over there, Yolanda.
I want my 20-year-old body.
We're really trying to prepare the body for the next 30, 40, 50 years. I mean, if we can get the body we have in our 20s, fine. But,
Miss Sabrina,
really
Miss
preparing for that.
Lashonda Rice, she wanted to know. She had a question. She wanted to know: can you start having menopausal symptoms after 70?
I don't know about that part. Usually, usually you're in post-menopause at that point. You could still potentially be having hot flashes and symptoms. I don't know about that part, but I definitely know in the 60s and stuff, you can still experience it. Even some women can experience perimenopause in their early 30s. So there's no
30.
longer a hard and fast age anymore.
Okay. Okay. I think we got a
So I
caller.
suppose it's possible.
Okay. Okay. I need to ask my mom that she's 70 something. I need to go ask. I'm gonna call her today and ask her that. I think we have a caller. Caller, you're on the air.
Hello, hi.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
All right. We got Miss Howard on the phone. Miss Howard University. Miss Monet. Hey.
Hey.
How's it going?
I was just calling. Good. I was calling in. I was listening in on the conversation. Was enjoying what was being said. Some of the topics I'm not around that time yet. Hopefully that time isn't anytime soon. But my question would be, being someone who's turning 25 this year, what advice would the ladies who are speaking have just about what should I be doing now to just prepare for the future in terms of, I guess, vaginal health in general?
Yolanda, you want to go first?
Yolanda,
Sure.
definitely.
I'm going to say when I was 25, I didn't listen to my body. And I didn't listen to my elders. So I'm going to say at 25, I think you said 25. The one thing that you should probably be doing, of course, is talking to your doctor and making sure that you're asking your doctor certain questions as it relates to your health. I always like to ask my doctor, what is it that I should ask you that I have not asked you? I would also say start exercising if you're not. Because when we in our 20s,
that's the exercise right there.
we think, I'm gonna always look this great, and then it start catching up with you. So you want to make sure you get some type of exercise in and practice some type of self-care as well. And I'm just gonna suggest, I don't know, if you have children or not, but
That's my daughter.
Oh, that's your daughter.
That's a
Hey, daughter.
We need to check that out just in case she did. No, I was just joking.
So when you decide, and if you ever decide to have children, I would suggest that you have a conversation about pregnancy complications so that your doctor can put you on a proper pathway for those types of things.
Miss Sabrina, what advice would you give her, this young lady?
Well, to
about.
piggyback off what Yolanda said, definitely on the exercise part. I know when I was in my 20s, I was eating up anything and everything. I wasn't concerned about gaining weight because I have a very high metabolism. But definitely regularly have your appointments with your doctor, stretching, exercising, and you can even start eating right now. You don't have to wait until you're older in life. You can develop good quality eating habits now. And I think Yolanda had said earlier about the mental health. That mental health is just as important. I know when we're younger, we think we cute. I'm gonna go and throw it out there. We think we cute, but you need to make sure you have something other than just that, some substance on the inside, because as you get older, that might fade. So what is your character like? Do you love yourself unconditionally? Those are
Please give
some
Miss
really important
please give
things.
Miss Sabrina a clap for that, please. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I be trying to tell a lot of young ladies, some of them, be like, them looks ain't gonna last long now. Don't depend on those. I mean, you looking good and everything, but don't think that that's gonna last you. It could, but don't just depend on that.
Right. Because as you get older and that begins to fade, if that was your whole world, then you're going to be in for a serious devastation if you don't have anything else going for you other than that.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Brother Ray, he had a good question too, Miss Sabrina, that you could probably answer. Matter of fact, Lonnie, you probably can answer this too. Definitely, I know you can. He said, "What age does menopause and or menopause start, and when does it end?"
It started for me early.
Perry, yeah, it can start early, especially with girls having their cycles early and earlier. It used to be around 14, 15, 16. Now it's happening as early as 8 and 9. So isn't the standard age no longer really applies because things are different. I think it's because of what they putting in the food, but that's just like my little opinion. So usually it's in around 35, 45-ish in there somewhere. And it can last 7 to 10 years.
Wow. All right. And Miss Nakia, she said, Sabrina, I had about 90% of the symptoms that you mentioned. It's been a real struggle with no real help at all.
I feel your pain.
Ms. Glow Hawk, she said, I'm 56 and I still haven't experienced menopause. Perimenopause is all I basically have. My doctor says I may not even experience menopause. So far, besides having hot flashes sometimes and gaining weight, I really don't have any other symptoms or experiences. I guess every woman experiences menopause different. It's different for every
Absolutely.
woman.
Every woman experiences it differently. And I'd like to share something about that belly fat and the weight gain. So, women, we have hips and we have curves and we have butt. That's from estrogen. As that estrogen declines, we have a fat redistribution. So the fat can leave the hips and butt and come to the belly.
Oh, that's
As
where
you
this
lose
fat
that
came
muscle,
from?
as you lose the muscle, it turns to fat. So that's why menopause has a slang term of menopot. They call the belly the menopot because of that the estrogen loss causes the fat to redistribute itself, and for whatever reason, it wants to come to the belly.
Yeah, one
So
definitely.
that's one reason why we have
I'm
it.
glad that you went there because another thing I definitely would love to ask you, Miss Sabrina, what are some tips or lifestyle changes that can make a big difference for women navigating hormonal changes?
Okay, so definitely what you're eating. So I'll say this. We are programmed to think breakfast has to be sugary cereals, pastries. For every meal, it really needs to be some sort of protein, some sort of fibers, some good fats, and carbs. And the carbs hopefully can be vegetables. Like this morning, I had scrambled eggs, half of turkey patty, and I had vegetables. When I first started doing that, I was like, my mind was having error. I can't eat vegetables for breakfast. But you can because it's better for the body. Eating to live versus eating what you want. And believe me, this is hard for me to say because I love to eat. I love food. Ooh, I love food. So I am training myself to eat better. And I noticed when I started eating better, that's when my symptoms started to cease. When I started back working out, no more hot flashes. When I cleaned up my diet, I stopped having dental issues. So many of my issues cleared up when I cleaned up my eating and started back exercising and increased my water. Don't get me wrong, I will still throw down on some food. I am just more conscious about what I eat, and I have a goal of eating better. But I still will throw down on a bag of chips and
Hey.
everything else. So just because I'm a trainer, don't think I eat right. No, and that is not the case.
And I think, and you know what, I think that goes with saying, everybody needs to just splurge every now and then. Treat yourself. I mean, come on, especially if you're doing the right things. I mean, every now and then it's good to get you a nice Whopper every now and then. I mean, that's just me talking.
Or pizza.
Or pizza. One of my favorites. Yes,
And another
sir.
one, like a lot of us were told as kids, eat everything on your plate. Don't leave that table till you eat everything. Well, no, that's not right. You need to stop when you're full or
Yes.
before you're full. You don't have to eat everything on that plate. So that's another habit that I had to overcome. Stop when you're full.
You know what,
I started using
and that-
smaller plates.
That's a problem I remember I used to have. I remember we used to eat, sometimes we go out to eat or something, I had that big plate and be like, I gotta finish this now, you know, but I'm so glad
Yes.
I don't do that no more. I'm like, take 2 or 3 bites,
Yes.
I'm done. I'm like, I just got a nice lunch for tomorrow, you know.
I keep
And that's
eating.
you have to
You said-
retrain your brain. And also the smaller plates. And when you eat, if you eat the veggies first and then eat the protein, by the time you get to the carbs, chances are you'll be close to being full, so you may not even eat all the carbs. And if you're gonna eat carbs, try to have them be the healthier carbs instead of the macaroni and cheese and the loaded mashed potatoes and everything. It's not, you can eat those sparingly, minimize bread, minimize the pasta. I'm not saying don't ever do it. Minimize sugary drinks because all those are going to turn to fat in the body.
That's what I'm talking. I got Miss Sabrina Black, Miss Sabrina Breebree Black. I have Miss Londa Nicole Whitmore in the building, the wifey engineer. Women History, y'all. Women History Month. Happy International Women History Day. Today is actually that day, that March the 8th, you know. Miss Londa, especially with it being, I know people look at the day as, the women's fight for equality and liberation, but I kind of like to look at the day too as just, like I said, celebrating women. I mean, women that you know personally, women that you may looked at on television, or people that you just, and I would like for you to just give a shout out any women or friends, anybody that just inspiration in your life as far as women.
Well, I'm going to always start with my mom. And then I do want to shout out all my teammates at Wayne State University.
All right.
Kim Davis, Carolyn Hafner, Nakia Robinson, Tiffany Gale. See, I could go on and on. LaShonda Rice,
All
my
right.
crafting buddy. So, yeah, I think when you say that too, you make me reflect, because I think that is really important as women. We really take time to uplift each other.
Give my girl a clap for that, please. Yes.
So uplift and encourage each other. And I think that I've been blessed in many aspects because I do have women, we uplift each other and we have those hard conversations like, now you know better than that. What was you doing?
I love that too, because especially nowadays, you just hear about, every time that conversation comes towards me, I say, yes, it is true, but in other ways, no, it's not true, because I know a lot of women, and like you were just saying, women that could get together and really fellowship together without,
Yes.
competition or look at you and
Yes.
I'm better than you, or that kind of thing. There are women that, like you said, can come together and be like, hey, we here for real. You my sister.
Yes.
You my friend.
My best friend Tarika and I, we do that all the time. When we go out of town, we travel and we have fun, but we also set at least about maybe a day where we just relax, we pray, we meditate, and then we encourage each other.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Like I said, women 365, y'all. Yes, sir. That's what it's about. Yes, sir. Miss Sabrina, definitely, I would love to hear from you. A lot of some women that's been an inspiration in your life, or friends, family, whoever you want to just go ahead and just give the floor to. Go right ahead.
So celebrity-wise, Angela Bassett. At her age, she looks amazing.
Yes.
So I have to give my hat off to her. At my level, my circle. So I have a friend named Karen, a friend named Kim. They're in my circle, and then Latanja Muhammad, which she was on one of your shows.
Yes, Miss yes. Miss
She's my best friend. And
okay.
She's also one of my clients. We work out together. But in addition to that, we are on our personal development journey together. So like we experiment with different things. We're each other's accountability partner. We're working out together. We hosted a book club together for 2 years. We learned so much in those 2 years about the different books. We read one book a week, and then we would discuss it and take action items from the book, because we're learning on this journey together. We encourage each other, support each other. So my hat off to Latanja Muhammad.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Miss Shoe Lady, the Shoe Lady, y'all. No, wait, excuse me. That's another one. I know. Yes, she was on my mind too. But I know what she was talking about. Yes, I know. Come on now, give me. The wife engineer trying to make it seem like I got menopause now. Come on now. No, I was gonna go there. Let me lead my show.
Now you singing.
No, I'm just having a good time, y'all. Another person I got to shout out. Shout out to Miss Always Lisa. Yes, sir. You want to see? Yes, you want to see you talk about a podcast Tuesday evenings, y'all. Seriously, Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. Detroit Press Play. Yes, sir. Miss author Lisa Gator and her co-host doing great things on that show. Y'all be sure to check her out. She said, I'm way past Perry. Yes. So it's just like I said, when it comes to the women, it's just I tell you, like I said, I've always cherished like I said, women and what they go through and everything. But the one experience I guess that especially as a man, that I think a lot of men probably should see or have seen, probably in, like on a documentary, whatever, is the birth. That if you one of them guys that don't think about the importance of a child or just children, period, when you see that, it just change your whole perspective. I tell you.
Importance of women and what they go through.
Yes.
Yes.
Matter of fact, just sitting there that night with the wifey engineer.
Oh yeah.
Kicking nurses, chopping nurses and asking for ice chips, and I was like, and I'm just sitting up there on the couch, just sitting there like, wow, I mean, I tell you, it's something. I tell you, it's something. Miss Sabrina, and you, when you said 56, I'm like, come on now, you still look like you just reaching 30.
I told you, I'm forever 21 in my mind. That's why I was struggling with the word menopause.
And that's like sitting here next to Miss Londa. She say class of '92, but I think she came out a little way after that. She just want to represent the '92s, but I think she came out after that. Yes, sir.
But you got a couple. Check some questions.
Some more questions.
Yeah,
okay.
We're kind of getting down to the wire.
Okay, let me. I think Miss Tiffany Nicole, she said, when is men's health time? You need to find someone to talk to about andropause, because men do have hormonal shifts as well. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Matter of fact, I kind of knew about that, but I did a stage play. Matter of fact, shout out to my brother Ray Hampton. He played the part where his part. He came out and told the people that he had breast cancer, whatever. But he explained, where people were looking like, wait, breast cancer, but that could men could go through things like that too. Miss Sabrina.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Oh, okay.
Oh, were you asking me?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know you were asking me. I thought you were
no, I was making a comment, but I was about to come to you, ask you, what is as far as the focus on men, as far as breast cancer and men having hormonal, issues.
Men, they do have hormonal issues, but I cannot speak to that in any form or factor because that's not my experience, and I didn't study that, and I didn't go through it, so I cannot even speak on it a little bit. But I do know they have their own issues.
Okay. Shout out to my brother Pat. I should have put him on. He in the building. I should have put him on. Not saying that he might could just not that he experienced, but he probably could have shed a little light on that.
Which go back a little bit. Because see, Tanja asked a question too. It was about exercise.
Let me see here. Shout out to Miss Fanny Moore. She said, "Thank you both for your transparency and just being real." Okay. It won't go back. You got it on yours?
Well, yeah. Tanja asked for Sabrina, what can ladies do who don't have much time to exercise? What are the most impactful exercises?
Okay, so thank you for that question, LaTanja. I created a YouTube channel called Move 365 by Bodies by Bree Bree. And every day I post a 3 to 4 minute workout. It's 5 or 6 exercises for 20 seconds and then you rest. You can do anything for 20 seconds. So if you don't have a lot of time, you're new to exercise, you can start at day 1 because day 1 starts with mostly stretching, exercising from the chair. And then as you gain more momentum, gain more strength, you can do that workout a couple of more. You can do it more than once because it's only like I said, 3 or 4 minutes. But that's a starting point. And I think I'm on day 220 today, posting like a short workout. When you're cooking in the kitchen, you can do knee lifts, you can do jumping jacks while you're cooking. You can move, you can park further away from the door when you go to the store. So you can find a way to get exercise and take the stairs at work. But definitely, there are other YouTube workouts as well. But I'm shouting out mine. But Move 365 because I want to encourage women to move.
Yes, I was just that was going to be my next question, Miss Sabrina. Where can listeners find your workouts and connect with you and your community, and how they get in contact with you? And I think I had somebody down there that said that they would like to definitely know you and Londa's information, how they keep in contact with you guys.
So my YouTube channel is Move 365 by Bodies, BODIES, by BYBRI. Move 365 by Bodies by Bree Bree. That's the YouTube channel. My Facebook page is Bodies by Bree Bree, but it's BODIEZ because the other one was taken. By Bree Bree. Bodies with a Z by Bree Bree.
Okay.
And then Instagram is at Bodies by Bree Bree with the S. My website is www.bodiesbybreebree.com.
Okay. All right.
And if people reach out to me and let me know that they're coming from your podcast, they can work out for the month of April for free.
Oh, did y'all hear that? If the wifey engineer, if she happened to call you and she do it, and if I'm in the room, could I come in and do a couple of jumping jacks just to
women only?
Oh man, okay. All right. Miss Londa, could you definitely let people give your information?
Sure.
How they can keep in contact with you and
So my Facebook page is Londa Nikki Whitmore. And also for preeclampsia, I would like to just share a resource if you don't mind.
Go right ahead.
On Facebook is the Preeclampsia Foundation. They have a lot of resources for anyone who's impacted by preeclampsia, as well as men, because men are impacted because they are in the room with their spouse or mate, or also the Detroit Promise Walk for preeclampsia. We have Facebook page. It's called the Detroit Promise Walk for Preeclampsia. We'll be doing the second walk at Belle Isle on August the 22nd.
Okay.
Love for y'all to come out that morning.
Okay, August. Summertime, y'all.
That's
Summertime.
right. Summertime. Come on out and learn more.
All right.
But Yolanda, can you spell
Yes.
the name for your Facebook page?
My name.
Yes.
Oh, that was funny. LONDANIKKI Whitmore.
Thank you.
Let me make sure it's right now.
Think about it. Like, wait a
That's it. I think that's definitely it. That's it.
That's like when somebody asks you what's your phone number, you like,
You have to sit for a minute.
like, I don't know.
I do want to ask you, Londa, have you ever thought about writing a book about your experience? Or you think you're not?
Well, I actually started writing a book, and every time I would write, I would cry. I would stop. But I do have my first draft, and I just need to go back. Now, he stays on me about that, so.
Please do that, brother Pat. Yes, seriously. I think yes. I think you got definitely a read there for real. That will inspire a lot of women. Seriously.
I hope
Yes,
so. I've been learning how to turn the pain into purpose.
That's what I'm talking about. I think of a lot of us, if we do that, we could definitely make a difference. A lot of us, that go through different things in life, as far as whatever that pain is, we can make a difference. Yes, sir. That's why women is women, y'all. Shout out to the women, y'all. Yes, sir. Utmost respect.
Oh, and Gail said you write poetry.
Oh,
That's my cousin from Hot Springs, Arkansas.
really?
She's right.
Poetry, okay.
I love to write poetry, yes.
You gonna have to come with me one night. Shout out to Miss V Kennedy. She has a show on Wednesday evenings, Creative Emotions, and she does
Ooh.
every. I don't think she do it every month, but every other month or whatever. Me and my daughter happened to go to last month. A couple weeks ago. She had a poetry night. It was called Poetry and Conversation, and it was awesome.
Oh,
awesome.
I would like that.
So I'll definitely let you know when the next one comes. And it was awesome experiences. And yes.
Yes.
Yeah, shout out to Miss One Single Rose. Yes, sir. Was she a cast? Rose wasn't cast tech, was she?
Yes, she was.
Oh, she sure was.
CT in the
Dang it.
With my sister.
Yeah, that's right. She sure, yes. That's still my girl. One single rose. But she was the headline that night, and whoo, man, One Single Rose. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got Miss Sabrina in the house. How we looking, Miss Engineer? Time, Miss Londa.
We could do probably another 10 minutes.
Okay, all right. Miss Londa, one thing I just want to ask you: when you're not working, when you're not advocating for the ladies or whatever, what you love to do Londa time? When you just be like, I just put everything down, just want to do some Londa time. What's some things that you just love to do?
I love to eat pizza.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
I love to eat chocolate chip cookies with only a few chocolate chips. I love to craft. That's like writing and all of that. My friend LaShonda taught me all that great stuff. And I really enjoy going to Belle Isle and the Riverwalk. And just being there is so peaceful. And playing video games. What's that place called? What is that place called? Zap Zone.
Zap Zone.
Yes,
Okay.
and spending time with all my nieces and nephews and friends. So
Londa, you kind of favor my cousin a little on my Monique's side, Dewana. You kind of favor Dewana. That's why I'm telling you.
we might be related and don't know
Right with Dewana. Yes, sir. Another great young lady in her own right. Yes, sir. Miss shout out to Miss Dewana Parker. Yes, sir. All right, Miss Sabrina. When you not giving that great advice, and when you're not working out, and when you're not, being Sabrina, the Miss Fitness instructor, what's things that you love to do Sabrina time? You just be like, sit everything down, just love to do things Sabrina time.
Well, like Yolanda said, food, that's my first passion.
Okay.
I love to eat. But I also love working out, even if it wasn't part of the business. I like going out, taking a walk. I love working out. That's why I guess maybe I'm so passionate about it, because even if it wasn't part of the business, I would still be doing it. And
That's
I
what-
love to travel. Cruises are my favorite. I have
Cruise-
two planned this year.
Okay.
But I like cruises because I can walk around and get all the free food.
The free food. Yes. Me and the wifey went engineer. I got a chance to go on my first cruise back in 2019, and I tell you, I was ready to go the next year. That's when the pandemic happened. The next year, we had everything set for that next year too. I was so excited but I got to get back on the cruise. I really enjoyed that first experience with it. Yes, and not just the food. Well, that definitely is an extra plus for me. But just the overall experience of the cruise thing. It was awesome. It was awesome. Yes,
I
sir.
also like to read.
Read. Okay, Ms. Lons, I got to ask you this too, because you look like, especially coming from CT, y'all love to watch movies or whatever thing. Could you please give me your top 3 to 5 movies of all time? Any movie that you could just watch it anytime, any movie.
So the first one is gonna be The Devil Wears Prada. And I like the movie Heat.
Oh, Heat, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out to the Tubi movies too.
Oh, the Tubies,
Because I be watching all my Tubi movies.
It's to be central.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like The Other Woman.
Oh, the other woman, okay.
And it is one other movie that I really love, and I will always try my best to watch all of them. And that's like the Jason Bourne. All those,
The Jason.
yes. Oh my God. Don't let that be on like all day. I can get some popcorn and pizza. But now
Born
I see
Identity,
Sabrina in my head. All of them.
Was it Born Identity?
Born Identity, all of them. But see, now whenever I had that pizza and popcorn, I'm thinking about Sabrina. And then be like, okay, I don't have to go work out now.
Miss Sabrina, definitely give me your top 3 to 5 movies of all time, in any genre that you just love, any movie that just come to you that you can watch at any time, any moment.
Pretty Woman
Oh,
with Julie Roberts and Richard Gere. 16 Candles.
Oh, a classic. That's the wife engineer loved. Yeah.
Breakfast Club.
Yes.
And then pretty much anything with Jason Statham in it, anything with Denzel in it,
Denzel,
and anything with Steven Seagal in it.
Steven Seagal, okay. Classic. Yes.
We
yes.
forgot Love Jones.
Love Jones. That's that's my
Love
mama
Jones.
favorite
That's
movie.
another good one.
That's my mom's favorite movie. Yes, Love Jones. Yes, sir. All right. Let me put this. I got to get this in here because this is the one thing I love to get in before the end of my show. I love, even though we're not at the end, but I definitely want to hear from you young ladies, Londa and Sabrina. One thing I love to do before the show end, I love for my guests to lead the people out there with a thought of the day or something. I mean, it could be anything. It could be about anything. It could be about what we talked about. Anything from your heart that you just wanted to share. Just lead the people with something, Miss Londa, in a minute or less. Anything. It could be about anything. Just lead the people with something.
Take time to enjoy life, laugh, and practice self-care. And if you come across some warm chocolate chip cookies, hit me up.
Especially the DoubleTree chocolate cookies.
See, after the show, Miss Londa, you gonna have me going, because that's one of my favorites too. Them chocolate chip cookies.
They so good.
Yeah, they are. Yes. Miss Sabrina, anything from the heart that you want to just leave a message for the people. Anything that you just want to leave the people.
Okay, before I do that, Yolanda, have you tried those DoubleTree chocolate chip cookies?
No.
They are the bomb.
So I need to go there and get some cookies.
Chocolate chip cookies. So, what I would like to leave, I guess, is just to let you know that your inner world determines the outer world that you experience. So, if on the inside you're feeling shame, unworthy, poor, broke, the experiences that you have in life will be reflected by those thoughts, those beliefs. So if you want a better experience in your outer world, the things that you're experiencing in life every day, you have to work on fixing the inside. It's just like when you're looking in a mirror and you see a blemish on your face. Cleaning the mirror is not going to take away that blemish. You have to fix you first. And as you fix you and what you believe, what you think, how you value yourself, your whole world all around you, the people around you, your experiences, everything will change.
Amen.
I'm so glad you said that. I gotta throw this one in here too, because I know both of you definitely could definitely give some advice for real. I know we're talking about women as a whole, but Miss Londa, I would love for you to leave our young ladies with something, because we have a lot of young ladies. You know, you both are young ladies, but I'm talking about them. You know what I'm talking about?
We know what you're talking about.
Lower ones, some of them, they don't have no direction, or they see certain things on TV and they think that's life, or they hear from certain girlfriends and they think that's the way to go. Could you leave the young ladies something that they can hold on to, or something that they can aspire to?
Yes, I'm going to say, have a deep relationship with God.
Ooh.
Love yourself, and don't never, ever, ever let someone, how can I say it? Mm-hmm. Let someone try to take who you are away from who you are. A lot of times we get misled, mm-hmm. and we don't walk in alignment with our own values. So always try to stick to your values. Keep your relationship with God, and try to make sure too that you're constantly educating yourself and being aware of your surroundings in life.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Miss Sabrina, could you please, the young ladies, could you please leave them something? Some young ladies that some of them, they want to strive, but they don't know how, or they just don't have that support, or some of them that do have support, and sometimes they fall off. Just a message overall to our young ladies in your own way.
Yolanda gave some really good ones. And to add to that, you can find a mentor. That's one. And find a balance between living for today and preparing for your future, because it will come. Like I said, you're young today, but that future is coming. So you want to sort of balance between enjoying today and preparing for tomorrow. Like Yolanda said, work on having good values, work on that character, stuff to add to your beauty.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir.
And I'm always open to be a mentor to someone. So.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, sir. Two great ones right here in the building. Yes, sir. Miss Londa, Miss Sabrina, along with the wife engineer too. Great inspiration. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. You know what? I didn't want to ask. I got it. Miss Sabrina, she got me curious. I got to ask the greatest question on this show that always been asked since the beginning, and I kept it. I didn't want to ask it. I wasn't going to ask it, but I have to ask this. I think Londa probably know. I'm interested to know too. Miss Londa, could you please give me your favorite episode of Sanford and Son?
Oh man, I don't know why, but I always like when Fred Sanford goes, "Elizabeth, I'm coming home to you," or his little interactions with his sister-in-law Esther.
Yes.
Or when he would say, "Lamont, you big dummy."
Yes. Miss Sabrina, I know you have a favorite episode of Sanford and Son.
I don't remember all the episodes, but Esther was one of my favorites when she would call him, "You old fish-eyed fool."
And real quick, Miss Sabrina, you know the thing that first came to my mind when you first mentioned menopause. There was an episode on Sanford and Son. Since we talked about Sanford and Son, there was an episode when Fred was in the yard. And he was he's supposed to be doing work, but he fell asleep. But Lamont came and he was like, "You ain't done nothing." He said something struck me, son. He was like, I looked up in the dictionary to see what it was. And he said, and let me tell you what it was. He said menopause. And then Lamont said, "Pop, menopause is something a woman get." He said, "Well, maybe I caught off some woman." Yeah, shout out to Red Fox. That was just my shit. That was just my all-time classic. That's just a question that's been said since the beginning of this show, and people said, "Richard, just keep that. Just keep it." And I just ask it. All right. But I'm so glad to Miss Sabrina. Thank you so much for all the things that you brought to us. And there's still a lot of comments. Probably people, when you watch the replay, probably have to go back, because there's so many people, they're just saying thank you and Miss Londa, for the inspiration talk and the information. Thank you, Miss Londa. Even though you class of 92, you know I'm down with you.
Back in the house.
I'm down with 92.
CT.
Yes, sir. That's right. Next year, y'all be celebrating y'all 35th, right? 35th.
Okay, we didn't really have to know all of that.
The only reason why I went there. See, the only reason why I went there because this year we celebrate our 35th. Yes, sir. All right. But and like I said,
for the replay, I want to mention again that if anyone reaches out to me,
yes,
and mentions that they listen to your show, they get the month of April free of workouts.
yeah. So people, cause I do, Sabrina, I'm glad you mentioned it, because some people I do have some people work or whatever, and they catch me later, which is a blessing. I really appreciate that. So you people that's watching later or watching now or watching later, Miss Sabrina said if you get in contact with her, you get a nice free workout for the month of April.
But they have to mention that they were listening to your show.
You have to mention you listen to Ballin with Rich. Ballin with Rich. I'm not gonna go far as to tell her for you to tell them what the Ballin stands for. Well, the Ballin stands for I don't know if you even know, Miss Sabrina, being active, living life, ignoring negativity. Oh, that's what Ballin stands for. Okay. Yes. Yeah, I should have you tell them to throw that in there so they know. No, but seriously, if you just mention Ballin with Rich, Miss Sabrina, she got you. Yes, sir. All right, it's such an honor and like I said, privilege to have Miss Londa in the building, Miss Sabrina. Miss Sabrina, any chance you when you coming into Michigan for a visit?
Well, LaTanja and I have been talking about it because, she lives there in Michigan and I'm here in Arkansas. But we've been talking about me coming there to visit. Okay. So she can show me around.
Okay, definitely. Shout out to Miss Tanja Denise. Yeah, because I was going to mention her. I was going to mention, see, wife engineer, she threw me off. I was going to mention her. There's another Tanja I know too. I was going to mention both of them. See, what I was going to say about the other Tanja, she's they call her Tanja the shoe lady. And when she was on my show too, she mentioned some things about women and women's health. That's why I was trying to go. She mentioned a lot about that, about the young women and certain. She gave certain tips, and I appreciate that. And definitely, Miss Tanja Denise Muhammad. Oh my God, you talk about a great lady that knows. And matter of fact,
she's coming on Easter.
Yes, a young lady that knows the ins and outs of young kids, not just young kids, but if you just need financial aid assistance, or if you just the financial aid, just period. This young lady she knows the ins and outs. Like, wow, you like, yes. Shout out to her. And just shout out to all our ladies. Like I said, we have women. People be complaining about women. We have women that's doing their thing, y'all. We have women that's standing up and being women, y'all. We have women. Yes. Great women. Yes, sir. Yes, we do. And I'm so privileged to, like I said, be among two of them right here in the building. Yes, sir, Miss Londa.
And then Richard also
Sabrina.
mentioned we got 3 women authors coming on next week.
Yes. So Women's Month gonna continue, y'all, next week.
And then we're gonna skip a week, and then the last.
Because we had a couple of men that was already scheduled, y'all. So just for one Sunday, they gonna take over for just one Sunday.
The last Sunday in March, we're gonna have 2 women on there gonna talk about the breast cancer.
Yes, so tune in for the rest of this month. Even matter of fact, even with the men that's supposed to be on for the 3rd week, there's going to be conversations still mentioned about women when it pertaining to women history, and they're going to bring their perspective of how they feel as men, when it comes to women. So, like I said, this whole month dedicated to the women. Very well deserved. Like I said, all January through December, that's women, y'all. Yes, sir. This is Ballin with Rich. So glad to be here another Sunday. First Sunday. No, second Sunday. I forget last week. And one thing I love to say before I end the show, are we at the end, Miss Engineer?
Yeah.
We at the end? All right, thank you.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Saying something. Her name is
Kendria. She said, thank you all for this discussion. It's not talked about enough. After my hysterectomy 2 years ago at 37, it shocked me because I became so moody and not having enough patience. Plus the hot flashes. Wish I knew about this early on to better prepare. Excuse me. Yes, sir.
And then Tanja.
Tanja, she said, thanks for the shout out, Rich. Yes, sir. Miss Tanja Denise. Yes, sir. Can't wait to see her again. Your name is already on the chair. Getting ready, Miss Tanja. Your name on the chair.
Yeah, everybody's just saying they want y'all to do it again.
Yes, we do need a part 2.
Yeah.
We need a part 2. And like I said, it don't even have to be in March. Because like I said, women are celebrated this whole year, so we can fit this in anytime. Miss Sabrina, whenever you have time down the line in the near future, let's do this again. Because I have still a lot of more questions too that I really wanted to ask you. Even though you touched a lot.
I'm thankful for you having me on your show, and I'll be glad to come back at any point. And the lady that just said that she was experiencing hot flashes and she would have loved to have been prepared. Try acupuncture. Acupuncture works miracles for me.
Acupuncture. Okay, acupuncture. Okay, see, making me think about Fred Sanford again. It helped him too on the episode too when his back was messing up. Yeah, but I heard it. But no, seriously, I did hear about that acupuncture. It does wonders. I heard. Yeah.
I was afraid of the needles, but they didn't even hurt. I didn't even feel them. But it helped it helped the hot flashes and some other things I was experiencing.
All right. Thank you again. Another thing I want to mention, we still got a couple months, but it's been brought up in one of the other shows. We got the Poskers, y'all, getting ready to come up this year again. The Poskers 2026. Yes, sir. For some people that don't know what that is, that's we award show for the podcast. All podcasts is a great event. Okay. Miss Londa, if you ain't busy, I'm definitely going to invite you to come on down. I think. Well, we don't have a date. We don't have a date yet, but it's later on in the year. Later on, but yeah.
I'll definitely come, and thank you for letting me come on y'all's show. I appreciate it. Definitely.
Yes, sir, Miss Londa, and Miss Londa, and even if you come back again too, even if we're not we're not discussing about women health, we do other shows too. I would love to hear your insight on different other topics. So,
I got you.
Especially class of '92 CT, they always coming up with something. So I know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have Ms. Londa take this chair, and let me sit back and be like, okay.
We can interview you.
Okay, all right. This is Ballin with Rich. Let me go ahead and end this. Thank you, Wifey Engineer, Miss Wifey Engineer. Yes, sir. Engineer of the Year, y'all. You know I gotta mention that. Engineer. Yes, sir. All right. This is Ballin with Rich. And I can't. I'm gonna say it, but I can't tell Miss Sabrina or Londa because they don't know my final thing I say before I end the show. But after they hear it, so next time when they come on, they be like, okay, I know what it is. The one thing I love to say before I end the show: if you ain't balling, you ain't living. If you ain't balling with Miss Londa, if you ain't balling with Sabrina, the Wifey Engineer, if you ain't balling with women as a whole, you're just not living, y'all. Happy Women's History Month, International History Day today. And just go out and celebrate a lady today, y'all. All month long. If you, well, you shouldn't have to wait to March, but just in case if you are, celebrate a woman this month, y'all. Take her out, do something, or just call her up, do something. Yes, sir. All right. Pat, like, Rich, just calm down now. But thank you. Just so happy, like I said, honored to have Miss Londa in the building, Sabrina, and this is Ballin with Rich, and we are out of here, y'all. Peace.